A villain as your main character. Eins Urgon, Eren Yeager. We've seen it time and time again. But what if your protagonist is so despicable, so incomprehensible psychopathic, that he isn't just a villain anymore, he's just a monster? Then you would get Seung Hoon, the protagonist of How to Live as a Villain, and genuinely just a straight up demon. I mean, let me just give you a list of some of the nefarious acts he commits. Murder, and I mean a lot of it. Straight up torture, betrayal and manipulation, and then creating a cult-like following by exploiting the homeless just to make them part of his military. So now you see what kind of man he is. But when you actually hear what he does, it gets so much worse. So let's just get into the story. So this manhwa is practically an isekai battle royale, where a lot of people get summoned to this fantasy world, and a few get selected to be the successors of gods. And what's the first thing our main character does once he gets summoned? Logically, he kills his entire party during the tutorial. Because in his words, that was my only way to survive. When quite literally, it wasn't. You had two other options, but bro said nah and just went genocide route. Afterwards, the test examiner says you need to murk this dog to complete your mission. So he just kills the dog and then throws up because that's pretty nasty. And then like any other normal thinking human being, he says, more. What? What do you mean more? He then proceeds to kill 100 more dogs and makes the guide summon all sorts of different animals just so he could kill them. He also makes him summon fantasy monsters so he could kill them as well. To get desensitized, I guess? But so what? That's just straight up serial killer behavior. Which he proves me right on. Because dude proceeds to use another one of his newly acquired party members as a sacrifice in one of the dungeons. And he's so unnecessarily ruthless. So there's this weird arc where all the players get summoned as NPCs and he gets gender bended to the princess. So as the princess, he decides to betray and kill two of her most trusted companions. You know, because they were a mild inconvenience to him. Then in some sort of tournament, my man proceeds to put on a mask and slaughter all of the contestants. Which he didn't even have to. He just had to push them out the ring. He does so many things that are just evil for no reason. And why did she have to kill them with a book? Like, ain't no way I'm going out like this, being beat to death with a book. Then in the continuation of this test, my man then proceeds to put on the full military fit. And then just goes out there hunting people. Dude poisons the water supply of one group, massacres the other at night, and straight up Itachi's this poor woman. Like she's the only survivor. She's gonna grow so much hatred in her heart because the entire squad got murked in their sleep. He's really out here creating a bunch of Sasuke's. And the thing is, he's just lurking and analyzing them. Like they're his prey. Like you've just been here for a few months and you're just out here hunting people for sport. I mean, it was one of the possible quests he had. But let me just say this. No one forced you to choose this one. And he's also just behind the scenes, manipulating everything. Like bro, you is not Ayano Koji. But he doesn't just stop at killing. He also tortures people. But he doesn't even know how to do that. He's so sadistic that instead of asking questions first, he first tortures them and then asks questions. Like dude, I think you got something confused. And look at this. He's tortured them until nighttime. He then makes them watch as he digs them their graves. But no, that would be too easy. He then keeps them there, stuck for a day or so. And when he comes back, he calls them his possessions and says that he'll grow human plants. And he just keeps on going. He treated this one so bad that she got Stockholm syndrome. And then there's this last thing, which might just be one of the most evil things that he does. He goes out to go and take advantage of the most vulnerable in society, the homeless. He straight up tries to make himself a messiah by making these people dependent on him and be grateful for his kindness, just so he could create this sort of cult, so he can add them to his military. He even drugs them to make them entirely dependent on him. Like he created his own wonder drug. That's demonic behavior. And guess what he thinks about them? What else do you call a person that begs for a living? People look down on you because you deserve it. Like he just hates the homeless. You got the whole villain starter pack. But there are also so many situations where he's just so corny. I mean, let's just take the opening to the first chapter. By my standards, people can be separated into three groups. Heroes, ordinary people, and villains. Which I am, you ask? Without a doubt, I'm a villain. Like, come on. You know it's corny. And I've seen a lot of people online say they actually like his character. And I kinda get that. There are so many bland characters that he feels like a change of pace. But then people say that he's just pragmatic and that his actions are always just a means to an end. But no, there are so many instances where he's just evil for no reason. So I'm rating this a 5 out of 10 orphans.